What are you saying, ma'am?
I didn't say anything. They said we must go back to Uganda. That will be the transport of go back.
Hello lovers, good evening and welcome back again. If you are new here, please do well to like, comment and share, subscribe. By the clip of video that you just watched recently, I know that you have understand everything that have been going on in South Africa. Seriously, South Africa has recently seen rising tensions involving foreign nations, with reports of protests, violence and growing fear among immigrant communities. From Nigerians to Ghanaians and others across the continent, many are now questioning their safety and their futures in South Africa. That is why all of them are now packing out. They are now running. I saw a lot of people that was like, they are now leaving South Africa, this and that. Just watch the remaining clip of video and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section.
For days now, black immigrants for South Africa, including Nigerians and Ghanaians, still they live in fear, sake of protests by some South Africans against foreigners. On Tuesday, one group wey call themselves March and March Movement, where they campaign for stronger anti-immigration laws, start with no go gree waka for Pretoria, South Africa. Now sticks and placards the protesters been carry, where them write, "March and march until we win. If fighting for my country make me xenophobic, then I am proudly xenophobic." Earlier, the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, condemned the recent attacks by some South Africans on other black African businesses for the country. He said South Africans they concerned about undocumented and illegal migrants for the country, but make them not allow this concern lead to xenophobia. Nigeria government be don't issue warning to their citizens where they live for South Africa sake of the protests. The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission being asked business owners to consider temporarily closing their shops during the period, as them once say foreign businesses na target most times during such unrests. As the protests they go on, Nigerians and other Africans they remind South Africans they help where them render them during the apartheid era, where black South Africans they face oppression from their white country people. This no be the first time this kind anti-foreigner protests they happen, and many people they ask, waiting those where the protests really want.
If your country, South Africa, which is one of the wealthiest sub-Saharan African countries, you guys should have great compulsory public education. If they did a good job for you black Africans, you guys would be higher skilled than the people coming from Congo, the people coming from Zimbabwe, the people coming from Mozambique. So when they come in, they would occupy your low-level jobs, and you would not be competing with them economically. That's number one. So the fact that you think you're competing with these economic migrants only reveals flaws in your existing system, which lets you know that the fat cats at the top, i.e. the white people and the Asians, little buddy, they're the ones that are milking your country and the resources. And some of them go by names like the Oppenheimers. Yes, some of them own entire mines. And it's so funny that the richest people from South Africa are the Elon Musk or the Oppenheimers, the whites. And you guys are so brain dead that you would like to attack your black brothers who are in the exact same situation that you guys are in. That's true stupidity. I yield the floor.
Look at what the South African, and I'm telling South African government, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't stop the madness by those lazy hooligans who are precipitating nonsense against their fellow Africans, you will have yourself to be blamed. And I'm speaking to His Excellency, Cyril Ramaphosa and your government. Take responsibility before the whole of Africa rise against you. Because if we sack all South Africans, over 10,000 South Africans living in our nation, from Ghana and from all nations of Africa, you will not be a happy man. We will quench the light of South Africa if you don't act. Don't forget, MTN TV are all companies of South Africa. In this day and age, you can have people go into other national shops and call them foreigners. Are you insane? Which nation doesn't have foreigners? When you people died like animals, the whole of Africa rose up for you. The whole Africa. Dr. Nkrumah gave South African officials Ghanaian passports so that they can travel. Today, you people can get up and rise up against this nation and Nigerians, people who have stood for you, and Zambians and Zimbabweans and Malawians. Africa against Africa. I call on the president of South Africa and your government. If you don't stop this, whatever attack, whatever you call it, you will have yourself to believe.
Let's now speak to Benjamin Kofi Koshi, Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa, who joins us from Pretoria. Many thanks for joining us on the program. So, Mr. Koshi, what are some of the concerns that Ghanaian nationals in South Africa are raising at the consulate?
Thank you very much for having me. I think basically what they have spoken about is the challenges they have in opening their businesses, the confrontation that every day on the street they are confronted by individuals who are not immigration or police officers who have the requisite training to be able to ask those questions. And basically, even in schools, there are kids that are in schools, public schools, even some in private schools have had cause to be alarmed because their kids have, been attacked or targeted by South African kids. I think it's generally a case of us having to deal with our citizens who feel unsafe, who feel unwelcomed, and who feel that they've been intimidated. But like it's out here, we are doing everything.
And Ambassador, speaking of the safety of Ghanaian citizens, what sort of support are you offering the nationals who've walked to different consulates and expressed some of the challenges that they're facing living in South Africa?
Well, our consular sections is always ready and on the move. Wherever we hear that Ghanaians are having challenges, we move to those provinces and to those areas. We've also initiated the program of sending advisory notes to them. Like today, we did send one out indicating to them that in a particular area, that is in the Gauteng area, in Pretoria to be specific, we asked them not to open their shops. We asked that they remain calm, they remain in their various houses as we continue to deliberate and also have engagement with South African authorities to ensure their safety.
Now, this is not the first time xenophobic attacks are being reported in South Africa. So what sort of diplomatic interventions is Ghana and other African countries, including the African Union, doing to ensure the safety of other African nationals in the country?
Well, you might have heard President Cyril Ramaphosa in his Freedom Day speech condemning this act of xenophobia. You might have also heard the African Union condemning it. The UN Secretary General in his message to South Africa yesterday also added a strong voice to the condemnation of xenophobic attacks. I think that we have made it so clear. These things have happened over the years and it's been rampant. But in a briefing that we had with South African authorities, they also explained to us that there are political undertones to this. Anytime it gets to their local assembly elections, these things do happen. And so they believe that it is a coordinated effort by some elements within the South African system to make the ruling government unpopular. We have asked that they could do better. We have asked that they step up in ensuring that there's freedom and there's safety for everybody that is legal in this country. We understand that illegal migration is a problem that the whole world is contending with. It is the approach to solving it, which we have asked the South African authorities to look at, that we are all aiming to work around.
All right, many thanks for joining us. That's Ambassador Benjamin Koshi, Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa.
So family, by the clip or video that you watch, just feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section, seriously, because what is really happening in we Africans right now is getting too much. South Africa's many of them are just trying to take laws into their hands. A lot of them have gone so far in unaliving some of the illegal foreigners in South Africa, all in the name of because they want them to leave their country and this and that. And funny enough, the president of South Africa, Ramaphosa, is not saying anything or do anything about it. The government are not active enough to do anything or to protest or to protect the foreigners them. Just share your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to come back again.